Right, yeah, so we are pretty early, a couple of hours before the plane leaves. This is an inland trip, so, you know, we are at a pretty quiet area in the airport. Right, priority boarding, that's nice, get in early, sit down. Brought some Swift code projects, refining and improving my Swift coding skills to have more control than just using, you know, Claude code. Welcome to Tromsø, up north in Norway. It's -11, pretty fresh, but yeah, it's not crazy. It feels good. Yeah, so we got, I think it's pretty clear skies, but I don't know if you're going to see any northern lights. You never know. We have so many sunstorms this fall, and we are in an area, of course, in Norway where we certainly will see northern lights when they come, as long as the sky is clear.
Hello guys, welcome back to the channel in a brand new video. And yeah, it's been months. It has been months since I put out the last video. So welcome back to the channel. Happy to have you here. I'm right now recording this in Tromsø in Norway. We are back into Norway, having a trip up north to enjoy the polar winter, the Nordic landscape, frost and cold, snow, and hopefully get a little bit of Christmas spirit. I wanted to share a little bit details on why sometimes it takes months between some of the videos that I do. I certainly want to be more regular with my channel, but I wanted to explain why, because I know it's going to be relevant for some of you guys out there seeking freedom and have the type of lifestyle that I have kind of been promoting on my channel. So I wanted to be open and honest and just share, you know, a little bit of my history, my path forward since I was small, and explain, you know, in a way, why I became busy. And maybe you guys can have a little bit of hope to accomplish some of the same if you want to have this type of lifestyle where you do not have a 9-to-5, but you have your own income to have a freedom lifestyle, you could say.
Right, yeah, so finally landed in the hotel. When we went out, we need some dinner. I haven't been eating today at all, almost. We ended up in an Indian restaurant here in Tromsø. In one of the main streets, it seems like. We're looking for Norwegian food, but actually we ended up here.
I use my story, my timeline, my childhood storyline as an example of what is, you know, possible for you and what you can accomplish no matter what your background is, because it's about your brain and your mindset and your programming. Yeah, we came from a pretty shitty background, pretty shitty childhood. I never complained about my storyline. I never complained about my childhood and how things have been because of my mother and because of, you know, 5 of my stepfathers being fuckfaces. Because it was part of my journey, it was part of my red thread through this life. So I've never complained about that, but it certainly put some, you know, harder, roughest start of my life to figure things out for myself. But I came to a point after having enough jobs, like I mentioned to some people before, my last job was at a hotel in my hometown. And at that time I had already started through a private school to teach myself multimedia design, which led me into web design. So after some time I just decided that I want my freedom. I don't want to be an employee. I can't have that. It's way too limiting. And I have to work with a bunch of people who have too limited mindsets, no dreams, no expanded reality awareness, which is kind of the common norm. So I have to find my own tribe, create my own income, so I can have that freedom to expand out of the norms. And this led to web design, which many of you know I've been promoting on my channel, you know, even teaching people web design because it's an easy way to create extra income. And it's a basic reason why I've been away, because it became successful. You know, I've never been promoting anything to get client jobs. So I'm living on my reputation basically, constantly getting new work. And that got me so stuck to keep going or to attend to that it took away too much energy to continue feeding my channel.
All right, we got a city walk Sunday evening here in Tromsø. It's fresh, -4. Yeah, we can certainly say that we feel it's super touristy in this city. It's just insane. It's like so many foreigners. And the Christmas market doesn't really have a good reputation anymore. People are disappointed about that. What I see here is mostly foreigners just selling their stuff.
So, you know, I came to a point where I never gave up. Even times were shitty, low on money many times, like many of you guys out there know when you do freelance or you start for yourself. It can be a struggle at times, but you just want to have the freedom. You're not going back to the old. And you got to have faith in your capacity to create your future. So I did that. I never gave up. And I self-educated myself to stay in that high vibe mindset of going my own way. So it becomes a sport, you know, as many of you out there know, it's like you never give up. If you give up, you have lost. Another part of my business, which probably have been confusing for some people that's been following me for some time, is that I also do mindset coaching, because I help people out of limited mindsets, help them create and instill a new blueprint and programming in their mind so they become way outside of the norms, more confident, stronger, determined, laser focused. They know actually who they are inside, which makes them take the right journey and the right path in life. So what am I doing? Am I a web designer? Am I a mindset coach? Yeah, so I've been doing both because I have these skills. And but we are at the shift now. So that's basically the reason why I've been gone. I just had too much to do, too much to focus on, too much multitasking. And client always come first, even if it's web design or coaching clients. YouTube channel just had to come later, and I kind of lost a little bit of the energy. I guess that's well known for a lot of YouTubers. At the same time, I had a desire to keep going, and I want to refine things on my channel and be more clear of who I am and what I do, which is a hot topic for a lot of creators on the planet at this time.
Okay, it's Monday. I'm going out to a local jewelry store, actually, because I've been wanting to find a black ring symbolizing personal power and shifts. Yeah, so we're doing that. We found a local jewelry store that's just opened up, which actually is local handcrafted gold and silver. So we're going to pay a visit to them and test some rings, see how they fit. But I wanted to have a black silver ring actually.
It's time for a change, it's time for clarity. That goes for a lot of people watching my channel, a lot of people around the planet. We are in a time where it's huge shifts. Probably have heard this now, I've said it 100 times. Things are intensifying on the planet with drama and madness. You know, the current state of the planet is like a kindergarten, and humans are, you can call them retarded compared to other societies out in cosmos. We are like 4 years old when it comes to a level of soul education that you can reach, we could say. Also a weird way of saying it, but that's a similar way I've heard it before myself. But it's a reason we are at the state we are on this planet. But that is the big shift that is now coming, and it's been going on for some time, but most people have no clue. But that's what I wanted to mention on this channel, because that's part of the shift is what I want to teach and talk about on this channel too. Not just the future of building your own income, living in the future with a futuristic, spiritually reality-aware mindset, and learn technology like AI and creator methods so you can make an income. But also the deeper side of things, the metaphysical topics, the spiritual topics. I cannot leave them out because it's part of our existence. You are part of that existence, whether you want it or not. So you think this channel is getting boring and out of range of your interest, outside of web design, coding, tools, technology, then you just unsubscribe and you have resolved that problem.
Quick drop off or lightening up clothing. It's just 0 degrees. Pretty mild, -1, 0 degrees. Oh fuck. It's starting to melt and crash from the roofs.
Holy shit.
Yeah, we're stopping by a local bakery just outside the hotel. It is time to review some work. I just want to mention some of the plans and for changes I have, and refocus is to, you know, get better at Swift coding. And a project I have now that I have wanted to do for a long time is my first app. It's called TapTime Pro, and I basically wanted to build an app to track client work with a time tracker that actually works for me. And I learned that some of the main reasons people get annoyed by timers is that they forget to stop them. I wanted to make an app that automatically shuts down when I'm not present, I wanted to have an app on my phone that I can just place beside my Mac when I work. And I have to tap to show my presence that I'm still working. But if you want to be part of this new creation of mine and get a hold of this app when it's launched, go to taptimerpro.com. You can sign up for my list there, and I will make sure to notify you when this app launches and what's happening along the way.
We could probably say when it comes to this channel, it's going to be pretty far, for some people it's going to be completely far out. But just grab your popcorn if you want to continue watching and enjoy that. But for those who recognize the information, they will love it. For my part, going back to my childhood and the storyline that I have, I see a red thread here. I have had experiences since I was small, drip fed through my life, that suddenly gave me a realization not so long ago, probably what my purpose here is. And these experiences I am not alone to have. And it involves metaphysical and spiritual knowledge and ET awareness, extraterrestrial awareness, which is one of the biggest reveals that's going to come to this planet in a year or two. If you have any questions or comments or suggestions for videos, I would actually love to just hear from all of them in a comment. If you don't want to comment, you can find my website and you can send me an email, and I would be happy to chat, bring any topics on this channel, even whether this is a practical, futuristic creator mindset, or if it's the metaphysical and spiritual concepts and questions around that. I'm happy to cover these topics. The goal here is to now, for me, tune down web design, client and work and focus more on this topic and help more people in coaching. People who are doing well financially but are unhappy specifically, to really awaken their mind and step away from the norms and get into personal power. That is the goal for me, at least for 2026.